I've got a couple of ideas. Hopefully someone will join in. I'll just wait a minute. I'll just grab a few things. Okay, g'day, I'm back again. Yeah, so sorry about that. I just had to go and get my other little tablet, but we're going to have a look at this problem. Hopefully, oh, there he is. G'day, EW. So I've been thinking about, I think heating it up is a good idea, but I can't really, hang on a second. Just get, sorry, I'm just trying to get my tablet to go as well. New channel. Why? Okay, hopefully I'm making some noise. Oh, it looks like I've gone, the orientation is locked. Ah, God, it's going the wrong way. Okay, we'll do this. We'll see how many crazy people join in. Going vertical. Right, okay, so that's my one there. Now, I'll just get rid of this one. So normally, like what I do is I'm just going to go through the basics first. I know you all know this, but I press that and I just turn that and then that will come out. And if you keep on then I just take it off like that. Now, I wasn't aware that it was in two parts. It doesn't look like it's in two parts on this Dremel one. Now, no, I don't know whether there's fake Dremel ones out there or not. I don't know. But to me, this is all one part. I cannot see any seam lines between this and that. So I don't know quite what's happening there. So I think like heating it up is a good idea. And oh, g'day, Jim. How you going? Yeah, I'm just trying to answer somebody's question here. Where he's got a stuck Burr in his in this multichuck. Right. Okay. What have we got? Yeah. So EW has got his this one stuck in the multichuck. Now what's happening is it's getting stuck and he's trying to go like this and the flex shaft is separating away from each other so the pin goes around. Now what I would do is what you've probably already done is, well, like when I hit it, I'll hit it like this, right? About that hard. And that can sometimes loosen it if it gets stuck. Or I would try and do something with maybe, I'm not sure if this would work. It'd probably actually make it worse. But if the heating doesn't work, what you could do is you could try and push it down like that. That might, that might actually get the jaws to actually lock in harder. What you kind of want to do is probably maybe pull it like this, like get an edge of something and try and pull that, or maybe like go like that. I don't know, try that. If the heating doesn't work, I hope EW is watching this. If the heating doesn't work and you want to pull apart the Dremel flex shaft, I'll show you how to do that now. Okay, so I'll just straighten this up. Once the carve a llama, that would be awesome. That would be pretty hard to do though. Okay, so because you can't remove this, this is going to be a bit of a problem. So the thing is that I think we could probably just about do it. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so you can sort of see there, like usually you take this off and then you remove this plastic part, right? And then there's a little washer that goes in there. Just get a scalpel or something. Okay, I'll try and get a little bit closer so you can see. So you can sort of see that there. So I've taken that up like that. And it's quite invisible, but there is a washer there. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take this one off first. Okay, I'll take this off the machine. Okay, so you've got some Phillips there, so they're quite small, so I'll just remove those. Hopefully this is small enough. Yep. So you have to take that spring off the end like that to start off with. I'll just go out a little bit here. And then you take these screws out. Okay, so I will go in here and you can just see it there. Can you see that? It's like moving out. It's kind of just, that holds it together as well. So the reason why I'm not sure whether this will help is I could do, I'm not quite sure. I have to take it apart first and then see if it works. This could turn into a nightmare. Okay, you can sort of see I'm getting that one loose now. Okay, so we've got that one loose, but it can't go off the whole thing. But we can get this apart like this and pull it out. Oh shit. Doing a bit of swearing here. We can pull it apart like this, right? Like that. So don't lose any parts. Now, if you want to, you can take sort of like images of that. It's a bit greasy here. Yeah, just remember this one goes on there. I'll just leave that. Whoa. Hand shaking again. Okay, so I'll just leave that washer on there. That's kind of like a plastic washer. And that will go in somewhere here. So we've got that bit there on there. So that came off that bit there. And we can take that bit off the whole thing. So now we have got this, right? So you see, this is where that's where the pin goes through. And you can sort of see it's wearing there actually. Starting to wear. I've been doing a bit of that myself today. Yeah. Okay, so you're taking it apart. Now, I'm not saying this is going to work, but what we've got to try and figure out now is how to get this to stop and open that bit up. So I would maybe just, bear with me. How big is that hole? It's 1/8. What have I got? Now I need a little bit of a rod that goes through this hole. Checking all my stuff, or a nail. Okay, so I've got this rod here, right? You can get that through like that. Now you might be able to go, like, put your hand on that and then undo that like that. Maybe. I don't know. It all depends like how stuck it is on there. Does that make sense? Just having a read of the comments. So that's how much grease is in there, which isn't a lot really. I don't degrease any of my kind of things. There's a bit in there, but it doesn't make the handpiece heat up. I always believe, like, I don't know, people have got different opinions. I think the handpiece actually heats up because you've got too much of a bend on the flex shaft, and actually it's not the handpiece that heats up, it's the spring at the end. So it's that thing that, and it will transfer onto your hand, because plastic doesn't really heat up that much. Well, it doesn't transfer the heat. Who won the rugby game? I don't know who was playing. I don't follow rugby that much. You know what? I watch more NFL than rugby. I really like I watch on like Netflix and Prime the games. Oh, the sort of like, it's like behind the scenes and all that of the NFL. I tend to like watching documentaries about the logistics of behind the scenes. Go kilts. It's easy to pee with a kilt, yeah, true. Yeah, taking it apart's easy. It's putting it back together that's the problem. There's a few tricks actually to put it back together, and I'll go through that very shortly. But Josh, have you got it sort of apart? I was just wondering if this is going to work. Because what you could also do is do something like this. That's the edge of the table, right? Take that to the edge. Get maybe like a clamp on that piece there. Really clamp it down. And maybe, because that's bendy, you could put a clamp on that side as well. So see what I've done there. And so when it comes to undoing it, it's like really locked in there, you know. You can really give it some force. And like what you could do as well is, like Aidan said, you know, you could heat it here, because then you've got no plastic parts. I wouldn't heat it like heaps. I would heat it a bit and then give it a go. Looks like there's a piece of wood shaving inside the hollow part of the metal tube where the threads are. Ah. England won it. It was looking like Scotland was going to pull it off in the beginning of what I watched. Oh, cheers. RIM. Sweet. Cheers, man. Yeah, it's nothing like a good close game of anything, eh? You know, I can actually watch any sport as long as it's a good game. So what I'll do is I'll clean this inside up a little bit. Let's take that off there. So was there a piece of wood shaving in that part there, do you mean? Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. Ooh, look at that, nice. So I haven't been doing many lives just recently just because it's been kind of fire season and been going out on fires, so been pretty busy. It was busy yesterday and the day before. I do occasionally get to watch other people's lives, which is pretty cool. But it's nice to actually go on live now, even though I'm just doing this. This is pretty cool. Seeing you all there. I'm sure the go-to guy. Yeah, with some things. Some things I'm pretty good at. Some things, like everybody, you know, you got your own sort of like expertise in certain areas. Watch out for that little button that can pop out too. So that'll just pop out. Well, actually, oh no, it pops out that way. It's all right. So that's the little, should be a better design really, shouldn't it? I mean, like, look at this. Look at how big that little nib is there going into that bigger hole. And you can sort of see the wear marks. These kind of wear marks happen when you accidentally sort of like, sort of see it there. Sort of like putting a burr on each side. Sorry about the focus there. Yeah, that kind of happens when you accidentally press the brake and it's going. It's not too bad actually, that one. So that one just goes in there and stops it going around. But you can sort of see there's not a lot that goes in there. So it can really just sort of like EW was saying, like it was flexing apart, but because that is not that long, that is going to get pushed out of there pretty easy. You probably design them so they break, so you have to buy new ones. I don't know. Isn't that the way? So they keep going. If you made something that never needed replacing, you'd probably go out of business. How's EW getting along? Has he have you managed to get it out? I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're going to put it. Have you got it? I'm cleaning out the grease now. So you have got it. You have got it out now. Yeah. So this is actually. I think this is one of the older ones actually. I'll show you a newer one. Oh, maybe. Oh no, that's. Oh, I think this is one of the new. I've had this one actually for quite a long time. Now I've only pulled it apart actually. I've never had to pull apart one of these to save anything. I've never had that problem. So let's get rid of all this grease in here. Should be wearing gloves, I guess, but you know. Daryl, how you going, mate? Yeah, you don't want to lose that Dremel cutter burr, do you? Because they're a little bit expensive. They are very good though. I find them very good. I'll just clean up everything a little bit. That's actually white, that little washer that goes in there. Find my rubbish bin. Right. And you have to bear with me when I'm putting it together again because I don't do it very often. So yeah, I would love to have done this in landscape because it's much easier because you can get the whole flex shaft and get it closer up. Okay, so I've pulled apart everything. You don't have to do this. If that's still in the flex shaft, that's all good. Give it a bit of a clean. Now I'll just point out some things before we start putting it back together. Okay, you can sort of see these two washers. They're a slightly different size. So one's going to go on the front and one's going to go on the back. Probably see which one's which just by having a look. So that one, the big one probably goes on the back. When I mean the back, the flex shaft kind of side. Yeah, and the front, and the small one will go on the front. Okay, and there's actually it's not like a flat washer. Just try and get that close up. You can see it's got a little bit of a rim around it. I hold it like that. So I believe, I'm just going to check my other one. Yeah, so the sleeve that goes, there's a pen. So you got your flex shaft here, right? When you go to put this on, you want it like that. So you see what I mean here, like that, when you go to put it on. Okay, another thing you got to watch out for when you're putting it on is you will see on the flex shaft, there's these notches, right? So you use those as a key because if it doesn't go in the exact right place, it's not going to sit right. And you can sort of see in here, there's these notches. I mean, like these, what would you call them? These tags coming out, and they've got kind of points on them. So they fit into the flex shaft. Okay, so first thing I'll do, I got to work this out in my head because I haven't done this for a while. So I'll put that button back. Right, keep everything orientated that way. So that's it going around like that. Right, and this piece here, that will go in that little hole there. So when, I'll just show you. So when you're putting this in, that piece will go up to about here. So that will go through that piece there. So stop it moving around that much, I believe. Yeah, so is everybody with me, or should I speed up? Okay, what was I up to? So this piece here, right? This is the piece that makes the button kind of like press back on itself. So it goes, see, we've got the button there. That's the button there. One thing's falling out. So we want that piece to go over the little hole like that. So see how it's in there. Okay. Now we have got this piece here. So this, you can sort of see this piece here. This is a spinny little bit, and that's a spinny little bit. So they should be cradled somewhere. So we can look for the cradles like there and there. So that's the cradle there, where that bearing goes into, and there. Ooh. Okay, so we can put that in there. I was trying to like get the hole to go into that part there. Not that it makes a difference, because it's actually can just spin around. Actually, don't worry about what I just said there. So you can sort of see how it spins. It's quite nice. And you can sort of see how that piece there is all lined up. So the flex shaft is going to be going through there, and it's going to go into that part there. So essentially that will go into that part there when it's in it, and that's a square size as well. So that's what gets your flex shaft spinning. Right. Okay, we'll put that back there. Right, so we've got that there. Now we've got to put this piece on here, because once you put this on here, you can't get it on. So you've got, yeah, so sorry, I might not have been in camera shot there. So put that piece on. That's the bigger ones of the, I'm not sure what to call them, collar kind of washers. Doesn't matter if it falls back here, but you can sort of see where I said before, there's those notches. So there's 3 notches on this side, and there's 3 notches on that side, and they're both in the same place. So I don't think it really makes a difference on what side they're on. You can sort of feel it hooking. I'll be quiet and I'll try and hook it in a few times so you can sort of hear it. So if I go from the back and then I go forward, you'll hear it. Like that. So you can sort of hear it lock into those 3 notches. Right, so in theory, you should sort of be able to put this piece on, try and get everything sort of like lined up. Maybe sort of like hold this at the back, so it just sort of like keeps that together. And then put that on. Now you want it like a nice, you want it closed like that, and closed like that at the end, so you're doing something right. If you've got gaps there, take it apart again and see this thing here, then we slide that on. Bang. And then we put on the spring, right? Then we grab the other washer, and this is the same as the other one, but it's smaller. So you want it to go on with, I'll just show you there. You can sort of see there, it's got sort of like a L shape to it. So you put that on like that. And that will fit in there. Now sometimes it's a little bit loose, but it will be all right once you put. See, that's kind of like sometimes. Oh, where did that go? So that washer holds it together, but also like the plastic bit holds it together as well. I have sometimes taken off that plastic bit to do some carving, so you can sort of like put those together. So it's kind of like held together now. And then we can put those two screws back in. Carving flower tomorrow, that's cool. They don't have to be really tight, just kind of firm. I wouldn't want to tighten this up too much because this Phillips is a little bit too big for these. Right, okay, so we've got that together. Put our little. Oh, I'll just put it back on the motor. So I'll put that end back on. Oh, my table's a mess. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'll just turn it on. There we go, it's going. And it sounds good, you know, it's not rattling or anything. Turn it up. G'day, Bear and the Boss Lady, how you going? Right, okay, you're ready to carve again. But, you know, in all respects, you shouldn't really have to do this. EW probably had to do this to get his, get this thing off. Now, I'm not sure, you know, it's really hard to say for me because I'm not in America, whether there's a lot of knockoffs of these and they're selling them under Dremel brands, but that's a genuine Dremel one. So I don't know where the two parts are, because you can sort of see maybe that unlocks that from that, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, yeah, the knockoff is in 3 separate pieces if you take it all apart, way apart. G'day Dad, how you going? So are you all sorted out? EW, has that worked? Just give me a yes. So I know. I guess it's a good kind of thing to know how to pull one of these apart anyway. I wouldn't do it unless you had to. I am, Matt, thank you so much. That's not a problem, you know. Got to get back to carving, EW. You know, I'm not sure what you're carving, but it's cool. Right, so that's about it. Nothing really else to catch up with. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a good day, and I think I'll leave this video up. Let me know what you think. We'll see you later. Okay, bye everybody. How do you end this?